showing you right now how to work the V-stitch in crochet. So this is the section of the sampler scarf that I've already got made up that utilizes this V-stitch. So you'll see it looks like the letter V all stacked up in a line. It makes a really pretty pattern. It's a little bit open, but it's not quite as open as like a meshy pattern would be. So I think it holds its shape a little bit better, especially in something like this where you're doing it as a panel. You don't want this section to be super floppy against the rest of it that's a little bit more substantial. And so I'm going to be showing you how to actually work that stitch right now. And again, the written instructions and the full pattern are for sale as our beginning crochet pattern, and I will put a link to where you can get the copy of that in the comment section here. But the pattern is going to tell you that you are going to start by working a chain 3. This is going to act as a double crochet, and then into the 4th stitch from the chain or from your hook. So you're going to skip the chain 3s that you just did and the first stitch that's already there. You are going to work a double crochet, a standard double crochet, and then you are going to chain 1. And then you are going to work a double crochet into that exact same spot. And that creates a V where you've got the 2 double crochets have the same base point and there's a chain 1 in between. So that creates your V stitch. And then you're going to skip 2 stitches. So skip 1, 2, and you're going to do that same V stitch into that 3rd stitch away. So we wrap our yarn around, we're working a standard double crochet, a chain 1, and then again into that exact same spot, another double crochet. And that makes another V-stitch. And you're going to repeat that across. So I skip 2, 1, 2, and I put another V-stitch into this 3rd one here. So a double crochet, a chain 1, a double crochet, skip 2, 1, 2, working right here, a double crochet, a chain 1 into that same spot, a double crochet, skip 2 into this one here, the last standard V-stitch, chain 1, double crochet, and the pattern tells me that I should have 5 V-stitches across. For me personally, anytime a pattern is giving me a little clue like that, I like to go and count and see if I have the number that the pattern told me that I'm supposed to have. So this was our chain 3 at the beginning, so that's not one of the V's. The pattern says I should have 5 V's, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've got 5 V's. I've done it the way the pattern wanted me to. The last step of the pattern is to do a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the row below. So it's going to be this guy right here. I'm just going to do a double crochet into that one. And that is what's going to keep my edges nice and straight. So that was the first row of the V-stitch when I'm working not into an existing row of the V-stitch. But from here on out, every row that I'm going to put of the V-stitch beyond this point, I'm going to actually be working on top of other V's. And so we're going to do the same thing, but where we put our hook is going to be explained in the pattern just a little bit differently. So the next row of the pattern is telling me to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then it's telling me to work into the center of the V from the last row. So here's my V from the last row, and so I'm going to be putting a V into the center of the V from the last row. So that to put a V into it, I'm going to be doing a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet, and to work into the center of the V, I'm going to go right here. So I'm going to put my hook in, and I'm not trying to get through any of this fabric. I'm actually going in the hole that's created in the center of the V. So it's nice and easy to put my hook right through there. And I'm going to do a double crochet, a chain 1, and then I'm going to go into that exact same, the big hole, not trying to get into any of the fabric pieces, just going right into that big hole. And then the next place that I'm going to be going is into the center of the next V. So I'm going to be putting my hook there for the next one. So I'm just putting the letter V on top of a letter V. And that is going to create my V-stitch fabric on my sampler scarf here.